The Unreadable Book, Unlocking the Secrets of the World's Most Mysterious Manuscript. In an age of instant information, where the world's knowledge is just a click away, a single, small book stands in defiance. It is known as the Voynich Manuscript, a 240-page codex handwritten on fine calfskin vellum and filled with an elegant flowing script alongside lively, colorful illustrations of fantastical plants, astronomical charts, and bizarre scenes that defy explanation. For over a century, it has been the obsession of the world's most brilliant minds. Cryptographers, linguists, historians, and computer scientists have all tried and failed to break its code. The book's language remains unknown, its purpose a mystery, and its contents a 600-year-old puzzle that stubbornly refuses to be solved. A cryptic past, the manuscript's journey through history. The manuscript's modern story begins in 1912, when Polish-American antiquarian bookseller Wilfred M. Voynich stumbled upon it in a chest of old books at the Villa Mondragone, a Jesuit college near Rome. Tucked inside was a letter dated 1665 from Johannes Marcus Marci, a Bohemian scholar, who was sending the book to the celebrated Jesuit polymath Athanasius Kircher. Kircher, famed for his supposed decipherment of Egyptian hieroglyphs, was Marci's last hope to unravel what he called a sphinx of a book. Marci's letter provided a tantalizing glimpse into the book's history. It claimed the manuscript had once belonged to Holy Roman Emperor Rudolph II, who in the late 16th century paid a staggering 600 gold ducats for it, an astronomical sum, believing it to be the lost work of the legendary 13th century English friar and scholar Roger Bacon. The trail suggests it may have been sold to the emperor by the enigmatic English polymath John Dee, who served as an advisor in Bohemia at the time and was known to possess mysterious books. After Rudolph II, an ownership mark visible only under UV light reveals it passed to Jacobus Horchiki de Tinich, the emperor's imperial pharmacist. From there, it found its way back to Marci and eventually to Kircher. But Kircher, for all his genius, never solved the puzzle, and the manuscript vanished into the vast Jesuit archives for centuries. When Voynich rediscovered it, he ignited a modern obsession. But it wasn't until after his death that the book found its final home. A rare book dealer named Hans P. Krauss purchased it, but, unable to find a buyer, donated the enigmatic codex to Yale University's Voynich Rare Book and Manuscript Library in 1969, where it resides today as MS 408. For years, its origin was fiercely debated, but in 2009, modern science provided a definitive answer. Researchers at the University of Arizona performed radiocarbon dating on the vellum, placing its creation firmly between 1404 and 1438 with 95% confidence. Subsequent analysis of the ink and pigments confirmed they were consistent with Renaissance-era materials, proving the manuscript is a genuine medieval artifact, not a modern forgery. Inside the codex, a tour of the impossible illustrations. Opening the Voynich manuscript is like stepping into a dream. Nearly every page is illustrated with pen and ink drawings and washes of green, brown, yellow, and blue. The content is divided into 6 distinct sections, each more puzzling than the last. The herbal section. The largest section of the manuscript resembles a medieval herbal, a guide to medicinal plants. It features around 113 unique plants, each with meticulously detailed roots, stems, and leaves, accompanied by paragraphs of Voynich text. But here lies the first enigma. Not a single plant has been definitively identified with any known species. They appear to be composite inventions or fantastical flora from an imaginary world. The astronomical section. Following the plants are pages of celestial diagrams. Circular charts show the sun, moon, and stars, as well as clear depictions of zodiac symbols like Pisces, Taurus, and an archer for Sagittarius. Curiously, dozens of small, nude female figures are arranged in concentric circles around these symbols, often holding stars or emerging from strange pipe-like structures. The biological section. This section contains the manuscript's most famous and bizarre images. Dozens of naked women, many with distended abdomens, are shown bathing in a complex network of green, fluid-filled pools and interconnected tubes. It's a surreal, plumbing-like system that has led to wild speculation. Some see it as a symbolic representation of alchemy, while others theorize it could be a secret medical guide to women's health and reproduction. The cosmological section. This part is dominated by a stunning 6-page foldout known as the Rosette's Folio. It features 9 interconnected medallions filled with stars, shapes, and what could be fantastical maps of islands or cities, all linked by tube-like structures. Its purpose is entirely cryptic. The pharmaceutical section. Here, the manuscript resembles a pharmacopoeia. Pages are filled with drawings of individual plant parts, leaves, roots, seeds, placed next to ornate apothecary jars, as if listing ingredients for recipes. Over 100 different plant fragments are depicted, each labeled with a word in Voynichese. The recipes section. The final pages are filled with dense, continuous text. Each short paragraph is marked by a star or flower-shaped bullet point, giving the impression of a long list of recipes, spells, or incantations. The very last page contains a possibly encrypted string of Latin letters, which has fueled speculation, but has offered no clear answers. The silent language, the puzzle of Voynichese. At the heart of the mystery is the script itself. Dubbed Voynichese, it is written smoothly from left to right, using an elegant alphabet of 20 to 30 unique characters that don't match any known writing system. Yet, it appears to obey linguistic rules. Words are separated by spaces, and statistical analysis shows it behaves like a real language. Some characters appear more frequently than others, certain letters consistently pair together, and the text follows linguistic patterns like Zipf's law, a common feature of natural languages. Furthermore, analysis has revealed the work of at least 5 distinct scribes, each working on different sections of the book. This collaboration makes the idea of a single eccentric hoaxer unlikely and suggests a small community or workshop that was fluent in Voynichese. So what is it? The leading theories are: a cipher. The text could be an enciphered version of a known language like Latin or Italian, written in a substitution cipher. However, the world's best cryptographers, including William F. Friedman's famed We2 team that broke the Japanese Purple Code, have failed to crack it. A constructed language. Voynichese might be an artificial language like Esperanto or Klingon, created in the 15th century with its own unique grammar and vocabulary. An elaborate hoax. A persistent theory is that the text is meaningless, an artful piece of nonsense created to fool a wealthy patron. While the manuscript itself is authentically old, its content could still be an intentional fraud. Some researchers have shown that it's possible to generate text with similar statistical properties using simple algorithmic methods. The modern hunt, recent research and breakthroughs. In the last decade, technology has opened new frontiers in Voynich research. The publication of a high-resolution facsimile edition by Yale in 2016 made the manuscript widely accessible, fueling a new wave of scholarly and amateur investigation. Artificial intelligence and debunked solutions. The rise of AI has led to several high-profile but ultimately unsuccessful attempts at decipherment. In 2018, Canadian researchers used an AI algorithm to suggest the text was encoded Hebrew, but their methods, which included using Google Translate on a small sample, were widely criticized by human scholars. A year later, a researcher from the University of Bristol sensationally claimed to have decoded it as a proto-Romance language, a theory that was almost immediately dismantled by linguistics experts for being based on a non-existent language and fanciful translations. These episodes highlight a recurring pattern. The allure of solving the manuscript often leads to sensational claims that do not hold up under expert scrutiny. The multiple scribes. Perhaps the most significant recent development came in 2020. A study using computer-assisted handwriting analysis provided strong evidence that the manuscript was written by at least 5 distinct scribes. The scribes worked on different sections, implying a collaborative effort. This finding seriously undermines the theory of a single, eccentric hoaxer and suggests the book was produced in a workshop-like setting, where a small group of people understood and used Voynichese. This has refocused research on looking for a small community or secret society that might have shared this unique script. The Voynich phenomenon, an enduring enigma. The Voynich Manuscript is more than just an unsolved puzzle. It's a cultural phenomenon. It has been called the Everest of historical cryptography, a reputation that has attracted both serious scholars and eccentric theorists. Its mystery has inspired numerous works of fiction, from novels like The Book of Blood and Shadow to video games like Assassin's Creed. Lacking a translation, the manuscript has become a Rorschach test for those who study it. A botanist might see undiscovered plants, an astrologer a coded grimoire, and a conspiracy theorist an alien text. What is clear is that the book was created with immense care and effort. But whether it holds the lost knowledge of a forgotten people, the elaborate secrets of an alchemical society, or is simply the most brilliant and enduring literary prank ever created, remains unknown. For now, the Voynich Manuscript holds its silence, a beautiful, baffling testament to the mysteries that still lie hidden in our past. Page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5, page 6, page 7, page 8.